Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. It's Sunday. It's nice out. September's here. I'm getting my Halloween fix on. I think about putting up some decorations because I love Halloween. I wish Halloween would last about 50 days. Tell you the truth, I love that time of year. This is my favorite time of the year. But anyway, I somebody subscribed to this channel. I just want to give you a big thank you for that other subscriber. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate all you guys that join my channel. It's nice when I see sometimes I don't even notice. It's like, whoa, I got another subscriber. That's awesome. So thank you. And thank you for just taking time out to listen to my videos, you guys. I seriously appreciate it. But I never do a rankings video on here, and I wanted to do a rankings. And these are my least favorites to my favorites. So I will start. I'm gonna start off with Star Wars. Now, I've never been a big Star Wars huge fan. I will give you a quick story. My daughter was born in 1990, and you guys know that Star Wars started back in 1977. Well, my daughter was little, and I was with her mom, and I was a terrible person back then. I wasn't like a mean person. I just didn't know what I wanted, and I just didn't know what I wanted. So women I got involved with, they's like, God, you got a lot of potential, dude, but you just ain't got no direction, and I didn't. So my daughter was little. I remember she used to be little and she was still not even walking yet. And, me and her mom was together and her two other kids. And I was sitting there watching Star Wars. And I remember watching it. And I said to myself, where I been? I was like, where I been? I was like, well, let's see. It came out in 77, Vic. You graduated in 78. So you was riding around doing all kinds of stuff and partying and stuff like that. And I kept saying to myself, that's probably why I never knew, I heard of Star Wars. I heard a lot of people talk about Star Wars, but I was not that big of a fanatic about Star Wars, And so I was like, man, I still can see myself watching Star Wars. I watched the first Star Wars over and over. I was so amazed at that movie. I was like, my God, how did I miss this? But I got to realize, and I lived out in the country on a farm. So having access to go to the theater just wasn't a thing. My aunt and uncle had this farm, and they took me in because my mom shipped me up there because she didn't want me to stay in the big city and get lost in that type thing. So she gotta give my mom credit, boy. I was her only son, boy. And she let me go all the way up there to that farm, stay with my aunt and uncle. Man, we cried and cried. Man, I cried all the way I cried on that bus going all the way up to Ohio from St. Louis, and I just woke up, fell asleep, and looked outside, cried again, because that's the first time I ever got away from my mom. It didn't hit us until we went to the bus station, and my mom was crying because my mom lost her first child, and it was a boy. And then she gives up her other boy to live on a farm because she just didn't want me to be raised in the city. There must have been something she seen that. God bless that woman. She's not here with us no more. But anyway, here's my rankings of Star Wars. Now, these are my least favorites and my favorites. Now, I can sit there and tell you folks that I'm not one of those people that gets mad because this was like this or like that. If it just wasn't that good, it just wasn't that good. I'm just not that type of person. Even my little boys, when they grew up, I took them to go see Star Wars. My little boys, when they got older, they said, Dad, what's going on with all the Star Wars? Why so many people act like that? I said, I don't know. They said, man, you never talk like that. I said, nah. I said, I never was like that. I've never been that type of a Star Wars fan. So my kids, I never raised my kids that way for anything. They got their own opinion now about stuff, but never raised them that way. So let's begin. I've been talking for 3 minutes going on 4, and I ain't really started talking about my rankings. Star Wars, The Last Jedi. That's number 10. That came out in 2017. It was all right. I remember being hyped up to go see it, but, it's number 10. Star Wars, Attack of the Clones. Again, I took my boys to go see that movie. It was all right. That's number 9. I enjoyed it. Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. That's number 8. I enjoyed this movie. But, again, it's just number 8. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker is number 7. And again, I know a lot of these movies, you guys have a lot of things wrong. You have to talk to a big Star Wars fanatic. They can break stuff down, tell you what's all wrong with these movies. I just go to movies because I just like to go see movies. That's all. So that's my ranking. So that's Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker's number 7. Number 6 is Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. And Star Wars: The Last Jedi came out in 2017. Star Wars: Attack of the Clones came out in... I didn't write those dates down. That's crazy. I didn't write the dates down. But anyway, I didn't write none of them down. That's crazy. But anyway, Skywalker, Star Wars Phantom Menace Episode 1, that's number 6. It came out in 1999. And then my next one is Star Wars The Force Awakens. That came out in 2015. That's number 5. And Star Wars Return of the Jedi came out in 1983. That's number 4. And number 3 is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed that movie. I went with my buddy Chuck to go see that movie. That movie came out in 2016. And then Star Wars New Hope is the one I was telling you about, guys, earlier, ladies and gentlemen, people, that was the one that I was watching when I kept saying, where was I at? Where I been? You know, I was like, man, what happened there? You know, I was like, geez, you know. But I Star Wars New Hope, man, that just blew me away. I remember still sitting there. My daughter was like, maybe like 4 or 5 months old, and I was like, man, I kept watching it. I just watched it over and over. And then I went to go see Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back after I watched New Hope. Now, I went and seen The Empire Strikes Back. So Star Wars New Hope is number 2. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is my number 1. I still remember watching that movie and just being blown away by that movie. That movie just blew me away. To me, to this day, I just think they have never been able to top that movie. That movie was just... Man, George Lucas he was clicking on all cylinders when he made that one. I mean, he was clicking, man. So anyway, I'll give you a recap. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, number 1. That came out in 1980. Star Wars: A New Hope, number 2. Came out in 1977. Rogue One, that one came out, I didn't write the date down, but that came out in 20-something. The Star Wars story, Rogue One. That came out in 2016. Rogue One came out in 2016. And then, that was my number 3. Number 4 is Star Wars Return of the Jedi. That came out in 1983. And that one should not really be number 4. Actually, The Force Awakens is supposed to be number 4. Pardon me. Force Awakens is number 4. That came out in 2015. And then, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, that came out in 1983. That's my number 5. And then Star Wars Phantom Menace, that came out in 1991. That's my number 6. And then Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, that's my number 7. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, that's my number 8. And Star Wars Attack of the Clone, that is number 9. And Star Wars The Last Jedi, that is number 10. That came out in 2017. I think Star Wars The Attack of the Clones came out in 2015, I believe. And Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, I think that might have came out in, 2012, 2013. I remember writing all this down because it took me a while to write this stuff down. And then I forgot to put some of the dates down, what year. But you guys know what the dates are. So anyway, that is my rankings of my Star Wars. So again, in closing, I am not one of those Star Wars fans that got upset and all that kind of stuff. I just went to go see it because, I just remember Star Wars New Hope, I just being blown away when my daughter was a little one. And then I remember I was so into that first one that I went and seen Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, and that's my favorite one. And then, like I said, Rogue One is my 3rd favorite, and then my 4th favorite is Star Wars Force Awakens. Yeah. I remember standing in line to go see that movie that first came out in 2015. I was like the third person in line. I was behind the family, I think. That was weird. Wasn't seeing that movie. I walked right in and seen that movie, Force Awakens. But anyway, that's my rankings, you guys. What's your rankings? You know, I know a lot of people have their favorites, but anyway, those are my favorites. So I hope I didn't fumble my words or anything like that. I didn't write these down like I thought. I got them all over the place because I was jotting down my notes. But anyway, God bless and take care. And we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.